Last we left your story, you had
Yes,
told
sir.
us you had a career with your voice.
Yes,
you had
sir.
fallen on some hard times, and hard times means, and let's call it for what it is, self-induced hard times. You
Yes.
drank yourself into a problem.
I sure did.
Now, time is gone. You've had relapses and whatnot, but you tell me several years clean without a relapse.
Yes.
How are you doing that quickly, too? How are
One
you
day
doing
at a time. No,
Yeah.
no,
I mean, are you
but
going
I'm
to
going to
different-
meetings, yes, and I pretty much stay posted with that gentleman again, Mr. Alfred Battle. I just want to mention him again. He is giving
So your
me
sponsor, is that what they call it?
well, pretty much, yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah. He's a very, very dear friend and sponsor.
Good.
You know, a
So-
brother, a sponsor, all that.
Ted is, currently I will just call him Ted the homeless DJ. It's not meant as
That's
a
fine
diss,
with
it's
me.
just a statement of fact. So, Ted,
Yes,
your
it is.
word in 24 hours has spread throughout the world, and you are going to get, he thought yesterday at this time, would bring you in, would pay you for a day,
Yes.
see how that goes, and see if we can find some work for you.
Yes, that's what you said. That's exactly.
So-
and I was happy with that. Believe
That's
me,
nothing. We
that
can't afford
alone.
squat.
So,
You know.
so here's what we're going to do, Ted. We've had emails, phone calls, offers. I mean, literally from all over the world.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'll read these throughout the morning as we go.
Okay.
I mean, I have Hawaii. I have Ireland.
God.
I have people that are willing to fly you out to do voice work, to participate on their shows, hosting their shows, be guests on their shows. And we'll unveil these as we go. But we have
Yes, sir.
some that wanted to talk to you in person.
Yes, sir.
So we'll go to our first one right now, Dave.
Bobby, is this you?
This is me. Good morning.
Bobby is from MTV. Bobby, Ted.
Hello, Bobby.
Hey, Ted. It's a pleasure. Good morning, my
It's
friend.
certainly a pleasure talking to you too.
Well, listen, it takes a lot to get an LA boy to wake up at 4 in the morning.
Oh man.
And I got to tell you something now. I'm the executive producer of a show on MTV3 starring Paul Rodriguez called Mis Videos Locos. It's a great comedy show that we put on. We've been on for a second season now.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our staff came in yesterday to my office and said, "You've got to see this piece of humanity," as she called it.
Okay.
And pretty much teared up.
Yes,
And, you know, when you were the greatest thing besides your voice was you admitting and saying how you had 2 years of sobriety. And you did that with such simple pride, my friend.
Thank you,
this
sir.
this is a tough business.
Yes,
And
sir.
sometimes the seeds of talent don't take that quickly. Sometimes they take a while to grow. Well, you just blossomed, my friend.
Thank you.
And on behalf of the show, I'm calling to offer to fly you out here to L.A. to be our guest announcer on an episode that we'll be shooting in a couple of weeks. And I'm wondering if you'd like to accept.
I certainly would, sir. I certainly
don't
would,
call me
Bobby.
sir.
Okay. Bobby, thank you, man. Yes, sir.
Listen, the pleasure is mine. You're the Susan Boyle of DJs. How's that?
I just thought of that myself, Bob. Yes, sir.
All right, Bob, you know what? Hang on. We're gonna give you all your information to Ted a little bit later.
I
Okay?
do. But I
Absolutely.
and it's very nice of you to be so forthcoming
Very,
so quickly.
very kind.
So quickly.
And there's nothing like MTV.
And it should be mentioned, you come from a military background.
Yes.
And I
yes.
catch
3
you
honorably
even calling
served
me
years.
sir. Like, you
Yes,
got to
sir.
stop that.
3 honorably served years with the United States Army.
Very good. Should we take the second call now?
Go ahead, yeah.
All right, fine. On the other line, Randy, are you there?
Hi, you've got Randy Thomas and Joe Cipriano on the line.
Ted, how are
Hi,
you?
hi, Randy, and hi, everybody.
Hi, Ted. We were so touched by your story. You know, Joe and I both come from radio, and we found our way into voiceover. And I don't know the last time you watched television, but I think you know who Joe is. Joe, give them a couple of shows that you do.
Well, you know, Ted, just like you, when somebody looks at us, and then suddenly we open our mouths, their jaws just drop, because it's like your voice sounds as if it's coming out of the radio, already produced and EQ'd, and it sounds like you're live on the air, but you're just speaking, one-to-one. So I do things like, Sunday, it's an all-new Simpsons on Fox.
Oh, yeah!
Wow, all right.
I just got
I
a
like that.
little excited.
Yeah.
What other shows do you do? What other shows do you do?
Oh, I do the comedies on CBS. Let's see, CBS Monday. F-Man.
To people like us, this is gold.
Oh,
And
God, yes.
I'm also the voice of the Emmy Awards and the Grammy Awards, but my partner here, Randy Thomas, you may have heard her doing this.
Entertainment Tonight, the most watched entertainment news
Yes,
magazine in the
yes.
world.
I love this.
I love that. Oh, God.
I've had the honor of doing the Oscars a number of times, and that would be like live from the Kodak Theater in Hollywood. It's the Academy Awards.
You're getting
I
light
am
chills.
such a geek, man.
You're
It's
giving
like
me
if you
chills.
follow baseball, then you walk into Cooperstown, and they're all standing there going, "Hey."
Oh, man.
So you two are at the top of your game, and now
We want
talk
to
to Ted.
tell you something, Ted.
Yes,
Both
sir.
Randy and I, we've gotten together, and we're producing a television show called America's Next Voice. And we have been sitting and listening to auditions and watching tapes and trying to find contestants that would come to Hollywood and be a part of this show, which at the end of it, they will be crowned America's Next Voice and get signed to be with an agent and have their own home studio. First of all, with you, we'd have to find you a home.
Yeah,
Then we can build you a home studio. So, Ted, if you're up for it, we're wondering, would you like to come to Hollywood?
I certainly would. You know, without a doubt. Oh, my God.
We feel like Ted is going to get so many offers, and Ted, please just enjoy this day.
Yes, ma'am.
Enjoy the days in front of you. A lot of people are going to be coming at you.
Yes,
Joe
ma'am.
and I spent years in radio as DJs before we ever became voiceover artists, so we really get where you're coming from, and we want to give you the tools to not just make a splash for a day or two, but to have a career for the rest of your life.
Yes,
By the
ma'am.
way, we never got to the heights where Dave and Jimmy are, so
Oh yeah.
they're way above.
They're
Listen,
the
we're-
bomb, aren't they?
When we're done, when he's done talking to you, I'm going to take at star 69 your phone lines and calling you myself. Listen, both of you, I'm up against a hard break, but thank you and bless you.
Thank you
and
so much, both of you.
Ted,
Bless
you the
you
man.
guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you both.
Ted.
Yes,
Bless
ma'am.
you
Happy
guys
New
for
Year.
taking a chance with this guy.
All
Awesome.
right, take care,
Thank
guys.
you. We do have to break, but more about what this is, why this is, and why Ted, I'm gonna cry too. This is fantastic.
Thank
Happy
you.
Wednesday. This is Dave and Jimmy.
You're listening to the #1 rated morning zoo.
With Dave and Jimmy.
WNCI.
A couple promotion announcements. We should keep driving this. I want to keep this good feeling going. We just turned off our mics to Ted, so now Ted's being pounced upon like ants on a picnic.
This is insane. Those two people that just called in that are going to
Yeah.
get with Ted out there.
Oh.
They're at the top of the business.
In our job, that's it. That's James Earl Jones' stature. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they're rolling in it, and hopefully they'll know the right people to get Ted connected with and all that.
Okay. Gandhi, are these people still there? Are you still there? Hello?
Jennifer?
Jennifer, thank you so much for holding on. What can we do for you?
Well, I don't have an offer for Ted,
It's okay.
but
Here, Michael.
I did want to let him know, I know he doesn't know me, but I want him to know that I'm very, very proud of him. And my heart breaks for his children because I am also a child of an alcoholic, but I am so happy they got a second chance with him.
Oh, thank you
Because-
so much.
You're welcome. Sorry, this is hard for me. My mom died of alcoholism 10 years ago, and I was 18 years old. And she was offered so many second chances, but she could never pull it together. And I'm just so happy you've gotten this opportunity.
Thank
and it's
you.
so important for other people going through what you're going through to, to hold on to something, to know that something good can come out of it because it's so hard.
Yes, ma'am. The key to it was holding on to my feelings with myself. In spite of my bad hair days that I were having and all, I still had some type of hope that God was going to pull me through sometime when he was ready for anything. And I didn't expect anything of this magnitude at all. I just thought maybe some program director was on his way home and decided, well, he's got a sign that says he has a God-given talent and he was an ex-radio announcer who fallen on hard times. Any help would be gratefully appreciated. God bless you and have a great day. And I was hoping that maybe one day, but I wasn't going to plan on standing there for 5 years hoping for the one day. but I've been out there for about a year, and God just had me there. That was my hour of reverence with God, because I never went to a church or anything for 1 hour a week. So God said, give me 1 hour a day and I'll see what I can do for you. And I just didn't know anything like this would have happened.
It's wonderful. It's so great.
I don't want to interrupt, but thank you so much for the call. I want to get as many people on as possible.
Thank you.
As a Catholic, you mean you can get together with God and you don't have to go to Mass once a week? I'm going to check into that.
I got to tell you, between last night's game and this, man, I want an emotional roller coaster over here, you know?
I think we're going to go.
hanging on.
I think we're going to Mass today. Dave and Jimmy, what is your name? Hello? Amanda, is this you?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. You're with Ted.
I called in this morning to say that my eye makeup is completely ruined. I did not wear my waterproof eye makeup today.
Oh.
Everybody deserves a second chance, and it is so wonderful. You know, we're thanking everybody, and Dave and Jimmy, you know, what a great way to start 2011. The story hits home for so many people, and it is just so wonderful. You know, I'm going into work now, and I totally look like I've been hit by a sack of potatoes. But it is completely wonderful, and I just want to, from, one local listener to another, just thank you so much.
I love you, Amanda, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
dear. You too. God bless. Take
God
care.
bless you.
A quick break at 7:29. This is WNCI.
Still dealing with this accident up on the northwest side. It's 270 westbound just before